totally do this.
I got no makeup. You can't see. Let's do it.
Woohoo! Since you already mentioned
Yeah.
that you have no makeup.
No makeup.
That's our first topic.
Oh, we should probably warn our viewers what we're doing.
Oh yeah, we should.
Okay, this is like a party game, people. What's happening here is there's just too many things to talk about. So we're giving ourselves like 5 minutes on each topic. And once the 5 minutes is done, you'll hear a ding, and we just stop talking. And that's the end of that subject, and we move on to the next one. So apparently the first one is No Makeup May. As you can see, I have no makeup on. This is just something I'm doing for myself because I'm very reliant on my makeup. I really enjoy it. And I think it's doing disastrous things to my skin. So I'm trying 1 month, no makeup, and taking better care of my skin and drinking more water and trying to be nicer to my face because I only have one. And I'd like to keep it happy. So that's No Makeup May. Join me if you'd like. You don't have to. It's just something for me. I'm starting a movement. I mean, the guys have what the no shave November and a mustache March. I say we ladies need to do something that's equally as annoying and do No Makeup May.
All right, I like that. No Makeup May. We can start a movement. I'm not starting it tonight because yeah, I'm ridiculously tired.
Right.
Because I didn't sleep because the Avengers movie came out today, so that was just more important than sleeping.
Yeah. Well,
right.
sleep is overrated.
All right. So I have in my beautiful Hello Kitty hat subjects to talk about.
Ooh. Bum, bum, bum.
Things that we thought, hey, we need to discuss this in small little clips. Bonus points, we are not going to talk about Bruce Jenner. This is the only time his name will be mentioned. Hopefully, maybe. All right, first thing we're going to talk about, Marcus Luttrell and Toya Grant. We have, ready?
Yeah.
5 minutes, go.
You start.
Okay, so on Facebook today, I saw the story that Marcus Luttrell is going to be in Baltimore later on this year, and he would really like to have Toya and her son, I forgot his name, show up, and because he would like to talk with them because he's like, I was just like him, and my mom had to put me in line, and look where I am now. So I just think it's really awesome that he's in there going, hey, this is really awesome. Let's, the boy, is in that rocky spot, but let's make a real man out of him, not just, let him fall through the cracks.
It's very cool. And I mean, who better than Marcus Luttrell? I mean, really, this man is just like destined for sainthood. It's amazing that if you've not read or seen Lone Survivor, please read the book and see the movie, because if you don't believe in God going into the book, you will by the time you're done with it, because there's just things that happen that just there's no explanation. So anywho, but yes, I love his invitation to not just meet this young man, but he has extended the invitation to have him come hang out with him and his buddies.
Which, hello, awesome, because
right?
Exactly.
Who gets this opportunity? This is amazing. So it sounds like the mom is going to take him up on the offer. I hope, I pray that that is true, because while there are a lot of issues with the fact that she's a single mom of 6, no job, I have some issues with that. But she clearly is trying to keep her kids on the straight and narrow, and clearly trying to get them to do better and be better. And I have to give credit to that, because it's amazing. And this would be a fantastic opportunity for her son to really see what it would be like to stand on his own 2 feet and to hear it from somebody who has been where he is now, just confused and lost and angry, and whose mama beat him. So, you know, I mean, hey, let's do this. Let's get them together.
Exactly. I like it because I was explaining to my nephew last week. We were discussing parenting because, you know, like I said, expert, that I don't know if I would ever be able to make it as a single parent. If I had to, I would, because you don't have a choice. But I'd rather have a support system in a partner, because parenting is hard. So the fact that, a lot of people, you know, she has 6 kids and she's a single mom. But the fact that she is trying and she's doing it without the support system of having that partner, you know, with her, you know, everybody has faults, but I have to give it up to her, you know, because, and that beatdown that she gave her son, good for you. And I stand behind her, because I was really upset. Like, not even a day after that happened, there were people calling for her arrest for child abuse. Some people wanted CPS called on her. Next topic.
Next subject.
Okay, next subject.
Dun, dun, dun.
Tammy Myers, possible drug use. You get to start this one.
Okay, so
oh, wait a second. Gotta reset the clock.
Here we go. Timer. All right, here we go. Okay, so Tammy Myers, I don't know if anybody remembers me going off about this, but this has actually happened in my town in Las Vegas. There's some dispute about exactly the series of events that happened, but there was driving around, there was a car cut her off, she honked at them, they had words, she went back to the house, they followed her, son came out with a gun, they went out looking, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, push comes to shove, she gets shot and killed in her driveway. And at first it sounded like a really random, horrible thing. And then, like, pieces started to come together. The guy that shot her, she actually knew, and the family knew, and the neighborhood is not exactly the A+ neighborhood in Las Vegas. And there was all this, like, speculation and rumor about, because she was a nurse, that she had access to medication and maybe she was selling it on the side or using it. And the family kept saying, no, 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 that's not possible. She doesn't use that medication. Except that in her system were 2 extremely powerful drugs. It was oxycodone.
Oxycodone and Valium.
And Valium. Together, people. Together. Now, I have never taken oxycodone. I've taken the like oxycodone light, because I had neck injuries and whatnot from a car accident. It was really bad. And let me tell you, that stuff, I was knocked out. Gone. Like, took it, hour later, you won't hear from me. So here's what's killing me. She had both drugs in her system. How do we know this? Because she was an organ donor. And they had to test everything before they could donate the organs. Well, they tested them, and they tested positive for these 2 very powerful narcotic drugs. Okay, how are you walking upright if you're under these drugs? The only explanation is that she had a good tolerance for them, which means she had been on them or had high dosages of them for long enough that her body was like, no worries. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So it's the curious case of Tammy Myers. Again, I think there's still a lot more to come with this case as the trial unfolds.
Oh, you know there's going to be, because, okay, I've never taken oxycodone. My doctor won't give me anything harsher than a narco. But I do know a little bit about Valium, because I come from anxiety-ridden family. Valium, it's also known as a reset button.
Yep.
It calms you the fuck out. Sorry, there's no other way to say it. Woo!
Yeah.
If
no,
you
really
are not, if you don't have a tolerance for this and you take it, the next thing you're gonna know is it's the next day, pretty much. It really, just real. You're not gonna remember anything. I mean, it's great when you have to go into certain procedures, like
Yes.
if you have to take an MRI and you're not real good with closed spaces. Valium is awesome. To take it recreationally, you have some issues, and maybe you should look into that.
Yeah, I'm quite concerned for this woman because, well, obviously she's not alive, but that's severe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the levels at which they found. Never mind. Next subject.
Okay. Next subject. Oh,
this is fun.
Robert Downey Jr. and the Avengers pressers.
Oh, heart. I heard.
Okay. Everybody knows what happened with the idiot guy over in England. Yes, we all know RDJ. As he is, like, one of my favorite quotes from him is, I'm allergic to drugs because it makes me break out in handcuffs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we kind of know that he has some issues with addiction, but he's overcome it, and it's a day-to-day thing.
Mm-hmm.
Every addiction is a day-to-day. But for when you're on a junket for a movie, that's not the time to press into the past like that.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the way that guy did.
Oh, he was such a little skunk about it. Oh, it was so bad. And I'm watching it, and I'm watching RDJ just take those deep breaths and lean back. And the answers he was giving, he's like, are we promoting a movie here? Like, that should have been your first clue that you have overstepped your boundaries. I am incredibly impressed with the fact that he just stood up, took off his microphone, and walked out of the room, because I would have decked the guy.
Yeah. I like the little smile he gave. He's like, we're done. Smile. And then he got up.
Are we done?
There was a couple people who were like, well, you should have flipped a table or something. And it's like, no, because he's trying to show that he has matured. He now has class. And how RDJ has evolved. I mean, he's always had a big heart. Any story that you hear about him, he's always had a tremendously big heart. He loves to give. He's a helper. Some people have different issues than others. And now that his mind is clear, you can really see that big heart come out in him when you look at all the stories that he has done since he has become Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
Him with the kids, is how he likes to help out, and that's what I rather focus on in Oppressor than the horrible, because everybody has horrible stuff in their past. We're human. We're screw-ups by nature.
Well, let it go, dude. I mean, RDJ, let it go.
Exactly.
Elsa, for crying in the rain. Let it go. It doesn't matter anymore. What matters is what's happening right now, and the fact that he's able to overcome all those demons and become, again, the #1 star in the universe, literally, who is just kind-hearted and kind-spirited. But I will say, this was one of my favorite things, and I read it today, and I just almost doubled over in laughter because I could hear his voice as I was reading the quote. And he was asked if he would ever do indie films. And his very first answer was no. But he went on to explain it. And what he basically said was, they are notorious for going over time, and so they'll ask you to stay for your birthday or 4th of July, and then all of a sudden they want you to pay for craft services, and they want you to do this, and they want you to go to Sundance, and they want you to promote the film, and isn't it wonderful, la 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 la, and he's like, no, it's crap, I don't want to do this. So he doesn't do indie films, and it's not because he thinks he's done. Next.
Baltimore 6.
Oh. Okay.
Reset the timer. Baltimore 6 are the 6 cops that are now charged in the death of Freddie Gray. Now, I've only skimmed the story, so I don't know much. But Miss Muffy knows more.
Okay. Disclosure, I am a law enforcement wife. I am biased as far as this case goes. It is almost impossible for me to remain impartial about it. But I'm trying. So the city attorney came out this morning and put charges forward on 6 Baltimore police officers involved in the arrest and detainment of Freddie Gray. At first, it sounded like all of them were being charged with second-degree murder, but it sounds like just the one that was driving the van is now charged with second-degree murder. The rest are manslaughter and a couple other false arrest, illegal arrest is what it's called. What I find most striking about these charges is that as she was giving the presser for it, she talked about doing a thorough, independent investigation into the facts of the case. And that's fine. I want to trust that. The problem is that the medical examiner profile came out 1 hour before she came forward with this presser to give the charges for these police officers. To give you some perspective on what's going to happen to these officers, they will lose their jobs. They will be put through at least a year of hell. They will never work in law enforcement again. They will likely lose all of their retirement. They will likely lose any union legal representation because they won't have jobs anymore. It's possible that the union would make an exception, seeing as this happened as part of their job when they were working, but that remains to be seen. But I hope the dinger doesn't ding, because there is one thing that I do want to say about it, an actual quote. I'm going to find it here because it really is amazing, the quote that she uses. Dang it. There I am. Okay. The quote is, "To the people of Baltimore and the demonstrators across America, I heard your call for no justice, no peace. Your peace is sincerely needed as I work to deliver justice on behalf of this young man." To me, that does not sound impartial. To me, that sounds like somebody who is, who kind of got bullied into putting these charges, and willfully bullied. I pray for these officers and for the city of Baltimore, because it's likely that this case will go in favor of the officers based on the information that we already have. But there could be more. I'm leaving the door open. I'm not assigning guilt or innocence to these officers. I'm just saying this is where it stands right now. It's going to get ugly. And she has basically placated these thugs in Baltimore that have held the city hostage for the last 4 days. And when she loses this case, which is a distinct possibility, all hell will break loose again in Baltimore, and it will be a lot worse than it was over the last 4 days.
All right.
Wow, that was amazing.
Beautiful timing on that. All right. Sexism in Hollywood.
Yay!
Okay. I just need to get this out. I read the Breitbart thing. Huh? Oh, the timer. Oh, sorry. Okay. Kristen Stewart came out and said, there's sexism in Hollywood, and it went on. Casey Mulligan and Meryl Streep they're all kvetching that there's not a lot of good female roles and all this other stuff. I have a solution. If you do not like the roles for women in Hollywood, learn how to write a film script. You don't make enough money that you could produce a film. You have connections. Don't kvetch about it. Do something about it. If you are truly talented, you can come up with something. Don't make it overly feminist where no one's going to watch except for the hardcore women with the Y are going to watch. If you want to get women's roles in Hollywood to be out there, make good movies. Make them funny, make them interesting, make them action-packed, whatever you want. But you have to do it. Don't wait on others to do it. Do it yourself. Quit your kvetching. Ta-da!
Well, here's my problem with it, is the women that are upset about the fact that there's no good roles for women are women that have played some pretty kick-ass roles for women. Now, Kristen Stewart is not one of my favorite actresses. I actually am shocked that she is an actress. But let's review two of her more significant roles, shall we? Twilight. Bella. Now, I'm not going to say she was a strong female, but by the end of it, she was pretty fierce. And Kristen got that role. But my favorite is Snow White and the Huntsman. Now, are we really going to call that role not a strong female role, not a strong female-driven movie? You have to be stupid or have not watched the movie to understand that that was an extremely female-driven movie. And let's not forget that Kristen Stewart is worth about $70 million. Oh, poor girl.
Right.
Meryl Streep, I love you, but you are like the dame of Hollywood. You have gotten all of the good, strong French lieutenants, French lieutenant, Sophie's Choice. Sophie's Choice. Oh my God. Cry. Into the Woods. Did you not just win the Oscar for that? Hello? What? Stop with your, stop. I can't. Oh, there's no good roles for women, but I have so many awards and been nominated so many times for my good roles for women. Shut up. Give me a break. Y'all just need to, like you said, write something. Get together. Make a women's studio where it's only women-driven movies, women directors, women writers, women actresses. Do it.
Do something except for just kvetching.
Yeah.
It's amazing what happens. I'm just saying.
I think there's plenty of strong female leads in Hollywood, but...
Next topic!
Yay!
Clinton versus Sanders. Just a second. Let's go from talking about women in Hollywood. Oh God. Where to start on this political fiasco? So the Dems have two people running for president on their side. One is Hillary Clinton. The other one is Bernie Sanders. Lesser of the two evils, I'm not sure if there is even one, to tell you the honest truth. You have Hillary, who thinks, how much is she worth? It's considered broke.
Oh, they had $5 million in the bank and 2 mansions, but they were dead broke.
exactly. And you have Bernie Sanders, who thinks that everybody should get paid at least $15 an hour.
Well, he's a socialist.
That also. The only thing I like about him is I think he's pro pot, and I think that's the only thing about him I like.
Yeah, but
besides that, I think he's a crazy one.
A lot of the candidates on both sides, you're going to find that a lot. But it's not a make or break issue, though, and really, frankly, I think it's state to state anyway, in my opinion. But I have a theory, and I'll never find out if my theory is right, but I think I'm right because I've been right about a lot of things lately. So I'm going to say that I'm right about this. I think somebody in the Clinton campaign is paying Sanders to run, to showcase that Hillary is truly the better of the two, because she's not a socialist, and she's young and virile, and I don't know.
Yeah, she's
not a guy.
Younger.
There's something very strange about this. If this man really wanted to run for president, he should have done it about, I don't know, 30 years ago. Something doesn't sit right with me. When I saw the headline, I thought, oh my gosh, is this from The Onion? Because that's funny.
It is. It's hilarious.
Yeah. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's that's my comedy for politics right now, is watching Bernie Sanders. That's going to be my comedy, because everything else right now is making me cry, except for Ted Cruz. Huh.
I like for the debates. There is a third contender in the Democrats, and his name is Vermin Love Supreme. He just won't ever get the kind of press the other two will. But I would love to see a debate between him and Bernie Sanders, because that would just be epic. If you don't know who Vermin Love Supreme is, do yourself a favor and look this man up. He's been running for president every election cycle since 1988.
He's amazing.
He is. Any guy that's willing to go out in public with a rubber boot on his head automatically has my vote for bringing an avant-garde type, sense of fashion into the political world, which is usually very drab because they're very dark colors. And here he's like, he wears 4 ties, rubber boot on his head. He kind of reminds me of George Carlin in a way when he speaks. He has like that hippy dippy thing to him, vibe to him.
He's
so yeah.
The Democratic version of what was his name? The little businessman that kept running and running and running. Dang it.
Perot?
Yeah.
Oh, I miss Perot. Oh, he was good.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You never knew what was going to come out of his mouth. It was awesome. So yeah, I
want more candidates like that.
Yeah, let's. Well, we do have Rand Paul.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. He's not as a wild card as Perot in Supreme.
No, his dad is a little bit more though. His dad was in the debates.
His dad is.
Ooh,
yeah.
Oh my! Never knew what was going to happen there. It was kind of.
I just take this time now to announce that I'm running for president because I legally fall into the age group, and so I could totes run for president. I mean, I'll grow up my hair. I'll look more feminine if you guys really just want to vote a woman in. And plus, young. See, no wrinkles, no plastic surgery done yet.
Right.
Just completed orbs. I think I should. You guys said we need somebody with a vagina in the White House. Come on. Ta-da!
This seems to be the only reason certain people are like excited about Hillary Clinton is because she's a woman. And I'm going to tell you straight up, I worked on her campaign last time. God's honest truth, I did. And at one of the things they asked us to turn to the person next to us and tell them why we wanted Hillary to be president. And at the time I had this whole list of really good reasons. And the woman next to me said, because she's a woman.
Oh my goodness. Okay, my timer actually has gone off, but it didn't ring.
Ding!
Ding!
Okay. Next!
All right. Oh! All right, just a second. This one you know nothing about. I'm hoping that this works. It will ding this time. Our favorite dance songs. You know, because we're doing crazy stuff. Let's talk about our favorite songs just to dance out to. One of my favorite songs to dance out to when it comes on the radio is Uptown Funk. I know a lot of people find it annoying, but you know, there's something about the beat. When it comes on at 2 o'clock in the morning, I have to dance it out.
Yeah, that's a good one. Mine is a little bit more old school, and it's slower than you would think for a dance song, but it does have the word dance in the title, and it's the Safety Dance.
Oh, that's a good song.
Oh my goodness, I freaking love that song. Yeah, that's my
more, but then I'm pretty sure I had to do a copyright thing, and let's just, you know, plus I'll just completely destroy it if I keep singing it. Because I listen to the radio when I'm at work. I usually listen to pop songs. But I didn't get to listen to a Michael Jackson CD at work last night. And it was his #1 hits.
Oh!
So, I mean, so you have like all these Michael Jackson songs. I mean, now that I'm like really kind of tired, I can't remember the ones I'm really dancing to. But I was singing and dancing along to Dirty Diana last night.
Nice. Oh, Black or White. That's one of my favorite Michael Jackson ones.
That's just a great beat.
Oh my gosh, so much fun and just great. I will dance. But I heard a song today on the radio that I had forgotten about. It's not that old, but I had forgotten about it. JT, I'm bringing sexy back.
That is a good one. The song I heard by JT a lot today, because it's May. Well, we're recording this Friday night, so it's May 1st. It'll be released tomorrow, May 2nd. But because it was May 1st, they played the NSYNC song. Where, he didn't quite say me correctly, so it's gotta be my.
Oh, right. Yes. Great. Oh, you know who's here right now that I didn't get tickets to, and I'm a little bit sad?
Oh. No way! Oh!
Hanging tough. Yes! They are here right now with Nelly and TLC.
They were here in Michigan, and I didn't get tickets, and I'm kind of sad. Because I didn't get to see them when I was in junior high when they were like big the first time. But I would love to see them. I know I always giggle when their song comes on the radio because they have like the Way Back Lunch, and they would play like songs. Every once in a while, New Kids on the Block would come on. I'm like, and I would have to turn up the radio, and I worked with guys, and they're just like, look at me. I'm like, you know what? They were my original boy band. Shut your face. You know, because we all had our crushes on you know, certain ones. So we, you know, totally got into it. And yeah, it doesn't help you when you're trying to actually act tough and trying to have some kind of like, you know, funness in the factory, and you're singing along to New Kids.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so before the dinger goes, I have to do this for Sandy because, oh my gosh, she makes me giggle so much. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I wanna. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to be done with that now because that's embarrassing. But Spice Girls, oh my gosh, how can you not be excited when that song comes on the radio? Seriously.
Oh, exactly. Oh, it worked this time. Hey. We're all excited. The dinger worked this time. Yay!
So many issues, so little time.
We're going to go from dancing to Sherri Shepherd, Drama Mama.
Oh, Lord Almighty. Oh, Lord.
Just a moment. Got to reset. All right.
Lord help me with this. All right. So many moons ago, we had a episode of May Dames where I talked about Sherri Shepherd and her divorce and the fact that she was trying to not take ownership of a child that she wanted with her husband when she was with her husband, and the baby was born after they got divorced, and then she was like, nope, not mine, because it was born to a surrogate. So technically, she has no bloodline to this child, but because it was conceived, anyway. A judge has ruled that yes, in fact, her name does need to go on the birth certificate as the mother because of the circumstances under which that child was conceived. Amen. Hallelujah. God bless this judge. Here's where the story gets weird. Like, I understand that she's all miffed about getting divorced and whatnot, but you don't get to stop being a parent just because your marriage dissolved. It doesn't work that way. You're always a parent. But here, in her defense, God help me, in her defense, one of the things that is really destructive in this whole thing is the ex-husband, who actually is requesting, I kid you not, child support in the amount of, you're going to need to put that down because you're going to do a spit take, in the amount of $10,000 a month for one kid.
Wait. You can get $10,000 a month in child support for a kid? I might have to look into that.
I mean, if you marry somebody rich enough, I guess. But here's my problem. She offered him, and this is what makes him look like a greedy SOB, is she offered him a one-time lump payment of $100,000 plus $3,000 a month child support. And he denied it and asked for $10,000 a month. Okay, let's put this in perspective. I have 3 children. My husband, total take home is about half of that amount. We have 3 kids. They're all in sports, they're all fed, they're all in school, they all have clothes. How can we do this if it takes $10,000 per child to raise them a month?
Right.
So that's the greedy side of it that I don't really like. But in the same respect, this woman is just being vile. What is this child, is little boy, by the way, what is this little boy going to do when he gets to be about 10 or 12 and he Googles his name?
Exactly.
He is going to find out what happened and that she didn't want him. That she actively went to court to not be his mother. I can't even imagine what that would feel like. And she's going to have a come to Jesus moment with that child eventually at some point. And that's on her. She's going to need to explain that. So she's still vile in my book. She's still a terrible human being. And but I don't agree that she should have to pay $10,000 a month in child support. That's just stinking ridiculous.
That's over the line. I agree with a certain amount of child support, because if she didn't want the child, he wouldn't have been in existence. So she has some, ownership there. So some, but not $10,000 worth, because if you do the math, that's no topic. We go from scary mommy to dad stories.
Dad stories, yay! Dad stories.
All right. The first dad story I want to talk about is just because I found it so cute. I saw it on some other blog site. I forgot which one, because 2 came to my mind. About a single dad who he got divorced from his wife when the daughter was like 2 or 3 years old, and he has custodial, of her. Forgetting wordage. Anyways, but he didn't know how to do hair because he's a guy and most guys don't know how to do little girl hair. So he went to cosmetology school, like the basic part of not like the full how many hours they need to be cosmetologists to learn to cut and dye hair. He went to learn basics so he could cut her bangs and learn how to braid and put hair in a ponytail without all the bubbles, that kind of stuff. And I just found that really adorable.
It's very adorable. And you know what? That's a little girl who, when she gets a little bit older and Googles her name, is going to find out what her daddy did for her, if she doesn't already know already. And it's going to be one of those moments where that Father's Day, he's going to get a big old gift. So that's just too cute for words.
It is. And it's one of those things, we in America have kind of forgotten how important dads are, and I think this kind of proves dads are important. They need to step up. Mm-hmm. Little girls need daddies.
Yeah. Well, they need daddies because the relationship between a girl and her father is gonna determine the relationships that she has with men throughout her life. So if she doesn't trust her dad, she's not going to trust men. If she's a daddy's girl, like me over here, all guys are just totally trustworthy. And that can be a little bit detrimental, but it's, you learn the caliber of person that you want to be with. And dads are very important. Very, very, very important.
Very. And then there was another dad story. A dad down in Texas. It was a warm day because it's Texas and it's springtime. Sent his 5-year-old daughter to kindergarten in a sundress. The sundress was one of those that had like the elastic, up here and spaghetti straps. I think they said it was full length, so like between the knee and the ankle. So it wasn't short. But he also set a warmer outfit with her, just in case. He came to pick her up, and she had the jeans on underneath the dress and a shirt put on over the dress. She wasn't allowed to take off the dress. She just had to kind of cover it up. And she was told because of the spaghetti straps. And this kind of the way that I heard it when I read one story was the school doesn't allow the spaghetti straps, but the father was upset because in his head that's body shaming at a young age. But you said you heard a different version.
Well, not necessarily a different version, but that he readily admits that he knew the dress code for the school. And at this stage in the game, in the school year, then he sends her with this. I question motives behind it because as we found out later that he's a writer, and so he basically used this as a writing opportunity. And it kind of makes me question, was this an honest, oops, mistake or not?
Guess what?
We'll never know.
Last story. We're on our last story.
Woo! We're awesome.
Okay. I will put the topic up and then I will put the timer on.
All right.
Body shaming of celeb moms. Okay, let me put the timer in. In the last few months, there has been body shaming of Kelly Clarkson, who is a very new mom, and Pink, whose daughter is, I think, 2 or 3, maybe.
I think, yeah.
But there have been people on the internet body shaming them. They attacked Kelly Clarkson. The baby's still kind of like a newborn. I don't know exactly how old the baby is because I don't follow that closely.
Just a few months.
But it's been within a year.
Yeah.
That the baby's been born. Now, I've never had a kid, but I do know. Okay, that was a premature.
Right.
But I do know that not every woman can snap back into size after giving birth. Some women really have to do hardcore diet and exercise to get it back. And to body shame a woman that gave birth, like spawned another human being out of her. Shut your ugly whore mouths.
Yep.
That upsets me to no end. If you want to body shame somebody who's like 600 pounds because they eat 500 Big Macs a day, okay, you have a case there. You honestly do.
Yeah.
But to body shame somebody because they haven't lost their baby weight after giving birth to a child and still within a year, shut up. Shut up.
Yeah. Both women handled it.
Huh?
Both of these women handled their body shaming in the most kind-hearted and beautiful way that you could. Pink, in particular, really impressed me with what she did. And the thing is, she recently did a live stage show where she's doing acrobatics and very
exactly
and gorgeous.
She's always been athletic built.
Yeah, and she's beautiful. And the dress that she was wearing may not have been the most flattering, and the pictures that were taken may not have been the most flattering pictures, but that doesn't mean anything. That's what I love about on the internet. People will do the selfie starting down here and then going up to here, and all of a sudden they go from fatty, fat, fat, fat to gorgeous, skinny, beautiful. And that it's the same thing with these situations. Is Kelly Clarkson, she has struggled with her weight for a long time, like since American Idol. She's had people on her case. She lost a whole bunch of weight, got super skinny. I actually think she got pretty dangerously skinny in my opinion, but she's kind of leveled that out. Well, pregnancy does crazy, stupid things to your body. I know. I've been pregnant 3 times. And because of the yo-yoing that she has done with her weight, it probably sent her body into complete hysterics where it just didn't know what to do. And now that the baby is born, and now she might have some time to kind of settle down, maybe she doesn't drop the baby weight. So what? Who cares? She's mom. And she's married and she's happy and she's just talented beyond all comprehension. And who cares what she looks like?
Thank you. Because here's the thing. I listen to her for her voice. I don't listen to her for her body.
Right.
And above all things, I'm not married to her. So I don't have to worry about coming into contact with her body on a regular basis. So I really don't care.
And you know what? Her mother-in-law is Reba McEntire.
That's right.
And Reba loves Kelly Clarkson. Just like crazy. They have the best relationship ever. You really don't want to get on Reba's bad side. No,
she's a natural redhead. I've learned.
Mm-hmm.
Don't upset a redhead.
No. So let's maybe back off of Kelly Clarkson, shall we?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one of those things with body shaming. Shut up. It's not like any of them are going to sleep with you anyways. You don't got to worry about touching their bodies. So right. Shut up.
Who cares?
I just kind of over it.
Well, and then, okay, can I just throw in, I know the timer's going to go, but I'm going to go over the timer on this one just because I'm irritated with certain things. So Meghan Trainor, with her song All About the Bass, people are like, oh, she's skinny shaming. Okay, y'all are going to really need to listen to the lyrics of the song.
Right. I didn't get skinny shaming from it.
Like, yeah, she uses the term skinny bitches.
Right.
But she follows that with, nah, I'm just playing. If you think you're fat, I'm here to tell you every inch of you is perfect from the bottom to the top.
It's not dinging. My timer broke again.
It's just going to let me talk. And
you know what? That's fine because I believe body shaming is an important topic, and I'm glad we ended on this last, because I have noticed a great deal of it lately where Taylor Swift was body shamed because she's too thin, and then you got other people shamed because they're too fat, and then you got other people shamed because they don't got a gap between their thighs, and it's the stupidness.
It's dumb.
Like I said, these people, you're not dating these people. These people are never going to sleep with you. That you're not going to have any contact with them. Why do you care so much? I think that's what the problem I have with America right now is that we are so far up each other's derrieres that we have to scrutinize every little particle of each other's lives. Yeah. Like I said, I wasn't going to mention his name earlier, and I'm going to bring it up again. The whole Bruce Jenner thing. Here's the thing. I don't care. As long as he's healthy and happy, good for him.
Right.
That's all I want for people is to be healthy and happy. I don't care. Why? They're not in my life. I am not dating them. I am not married to them. They are not part of my family. So I don't care. Why do you?
Because
why do you care so much about people that you have nothing to do with? Kelly Clarkson, guess what? Baby weight happens. Meghan Trainor. I love this song, and I know a lot of people are going to go, we don't like the song because she's glorifying obesity. Never once does she bring up obesity.
It's not glorifying obesity.
It's to me, it's glorifying being healthy.
Right.
Because she's not telling you that you need to be stick thin. Her mom said, yeah, don't worry about the weight. If you have a butt, that's okay. Because you know what? God, some guys like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's
the other line that gets message.
It's a line that gets nitpicked too, is guys like a little more booty to hold at night, as if that's supposed to like sexualize your daughters or whatever. But I'm sorry. We are tactile creatures. Don't know if you know that. Humans are tactile. We like to touch things. And some things feel better than others. Just put that out there.
I remember like back in the 90s where waif, being a waif was completely in. And you would watch the any red carpet event and you would see women wearing these very loose fitting gowns, and you would see their rib cages, and I'm like, who finds that attractive? Or they would show bikini pics and you would see the women's hip bones stick out. I'm like, really? You're attracted to skeletons with skin on it? I mean, everybody has their own thing. Do not get me wrong. Right. If that is your natural body,
right,
be with it, because everybody has a different natural body type.
Right. My okay.
But only eat 300 calories a day to achieve that look. You're doing a danger to yourself.
Well, I look at my daughters. My youngest daughter, she has a very athletic build. She's just a tough little girl. Like, she'll never be skinny. She'll always be very athletic. She's going to be healthy. She's going to be fine, but she'll always be very athletic. Now, my older daughter is a freaking rail. She's this big around. She's the tiniest little thing in the world. She eats like a horse, and she's just not. I was the same way when I was her age. I was this little stick thin little rail.
Yeah. I mean, it happens.
I mean, I don't know. I just don't like Meghan Trainor. I don't understand why people are so upset with her. Like, her music is poppy and it's cute and it's brain candy and it's adorable. Like, I don't know if you've heard Dear Future Husband, but it's just.
Oh, I love that song.
Oh my gosh, it's the cutest little song.
That one line, I'll be sleeping on the left side of the bed.
Yeah.
And you come in and I'll give you some kisses. Don't have a dirty mind. I love that.
It's cute. Yeah.
I also want to bring boys into the subject because my nephews, complete opposites of each other. Love them both. The older one, he is a very tall string bean kid. That's just how he is built. He takes after his dad. He's just tall, thin, he has a high metabolism. The kid would go to bed in the winter with no shirt on, and if you know how cold it gets up here, you understand. And you can put your hand on him, and it's like, oh, you're so warm. It's just a natural heat because he has that high metabolism.
Yeah.
God bless him. Now, my other nephew is built like his grandpa. And it's more of it's a thicker build. Like they show, like there's 3 body types for guys, and one is the thin, and then you have like the more athletic build, and then you have the third one, which is more Rubenesque. It's not fat, it's just a thicker build of the Dorito athletic.
Yeah.
And that's what he has. Okay. And every once in a while he'll go, I'm trying to watch my weight, because he understands he has more of a chunkier build. But I also remind him, I'm like, but you're also a boy, because he's 15. And I'm like, because he kind of made a joke earlier. He's like, yeah, I'm on a 12,000 calorie a day diet. I'm like, no, you're not. I said, you are a growing boy. You need at least 2,000 to 3,000 calories a day. And I will not allow you to do anything less. I said, you can eat healthier. I fully support eating healthy. Get your fruits and vegetables in. Eat healthy. Don't cut back on calories because you're trying to achieve whatever Hollywood is trying to sell you.
Yeah.
Just be healthy.
Be healthy. Be happy.
Yeah. Exactly.
Do your thing. Do no makeup May.
Well, I could tell the boys to do a no makeup May. That would make their dad completely happy. But as far as I know, neither one of them really wear it.
No?
I mean, the younger one might every once in a while. I just don't know about it.
Little eyeliner. Little hairband action.
Well, he's kind of a metalhead, so he likes to break that out every once in a while.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I just be who you are. Be comfortable in your own skin. I think that's it. I think that's the best advice I can give anybody.
Right. Because I keep telling my nieces and nephews, I'm like, I'm going to give you the best advice that my mom gave me, and that's learn from others' mistakes.
That is a good one.
Because you're never going to have a long enough life to make all the mistakes on your own. So you got to learn from others. Right. So I tell them, learn from my mistakes. Be happy with who you are as a teenager. Know that you are smart. Know that you are destined to, be whatever you want.
Yeah.
And, and that you have these choices in life, and you have the good choices that you can do. And I keep trying to point that out to Mom, because I'm like, I didn't learn that until I was in my 30s.
Yeah.
I spent a great deal from like 14 till basically until I turned 30. So that's 16 years. I dressed so horribly. The style of my dress was androgynous. There was days I didn't wear, if I did wear makeup, it wasn't like a lot, and it wasn't very pretty looking. It was just enough to make me look female. My hair was never really done cute. If you saw how I dressed, oh my goodness, it was so androgynous, which is really kind of funny when you see how I'm actually built. I have kind of a very female form, but because of that, I lost sense of myself, and I lost who I was as a female, and I'm trying to regain that now, older in life, and I feel like I wasted so many years. I don't want anybody else to go through that.
Yeah, no.
So we have like a minute left.
I don't really have a one more thing this week. It's just been one of those weeks. It's just been
Yeah.
I had to stop and get a bottle of wine. That's how this week has been. Let's do that.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like doing it, having this grab bag of fun. I think we should do it again. Yeah, we're gonna do this. But I will put this out there at the very end because I can. If anybody ever makes it this far into one of our videos, that means that you really do love us, and we really would like to hear from you. And if you have anything that you would like to hear us talk about, or just want to send us, you know, anything sitting there going, hey, you guys are awesome, we will gladly appreciate it. So please do. You can find me at Beautifly Wings on the Twitters. You also can make comments on our Facebook page or on the blog page itself. Just, you know, to say how much you love us, or, you know, just share us. Because
yeah, share us because we're awesome.
Yeah, more people need to know our wisdom.
But yeah, and you can find me In-Depth Girlism. If you tweet at me, I'll tweet back. I do. I'm really good at that. Our May Dames page, go ahead, comment, whatever you want to say. You can say whatever. I don't know. I'm really tired, and I don't know. But yeah, if you've made it this far, obviously you're a fan. So
and you love us and you think we're adorbs.
We are adorbs. How can people not like us? We're amazing. No, okay. I'm really not that egotistical. Anybody who knows me knows that. So, all right, you guys have a good night.